All right, fellas, this week 2. Coach Matthews here with the week 2 presser. Disappointing loss in week 1. Team didn't really perform that great. We weren't terrible. Had a few bad spots with Brandon Marshall and the Patriots defense. You know, we plug in the Ravens defense and we score 116 points instead. So, not to mention we had, you might as well say, a bye week with Jacquizz Rodgers game getting moved and having to throw Marshall in. So, can't be disappointed. It was basically a bye week for us. So, normally you're going to lose on bye weeks for the most part, unless you have a really, really good team. So, we'll take this and move on to week 2. Interesting stat for you guys. League's been going on for 5 years. We've been in it for 4. I believe this is the 6th year. Out of the 5 years previous, there's only been one champion out of the league to lose in week 1, and that was Justin Freeman, the year he won with White Horses. And for Britt Matthews, the only year that we've missed a playoff since we've been in the league, we lost week 1. The other 3 years, we won week 1. So it's a little bit of a hole for us, but we look to rebound this week in week 2. Anyway, on to the questions. Should be some good ones in here. Hopefully we got some good answers. Explain your man crush on Tebow's hair. What made it so great? If y'all didn't see that picture, I mean, his hair was perfect. It's everything a white dude should want from hair. I mean, it was flowing locks. It was long enough where he could curl it back, you know, do that little brush back or whatever it is. The side beard was just trimmed immaculately. Sides faded down perfect. I really am envious of that head of hair. You know, if I can't get mine long enough to where it'll flow back like his. It just gets... maybe I hadn't given it a chance, but man, I'm jealous of that for sure. Shield, your question about the 2-minute interaction, that'll come at the end with the skit. With Termo's question, I'm going to kind of parlay them into one. So your skit will lead into Termo's. So just wait for that at the end of the presser. Please tell the story of the ugliest girl you ever fucked sober. This is... She was probably a 4. You know, I met her on Tinder. She was in the Navy. I even stored her in my phone as Whitney Navy because I didn't know her last name. That's how bad it was. She ended up coming over to the house at 4 in the morning. So obviously I knew I was getting late. When she got there, pictures on the Tinder were a little misleading, as most are. She had a little bit of acne on her face right around this region here. But it was 4 in the morning and she was there, so I proceeded to slay her ass a couple times. Just because her body wasn't that bad. She had a decent ass, but her face was a little under par, per se. But that's probably the ugliest one sober. Definitely wasn't the best, but it wasn't that bad though. She was a freak, so she wanted me to just shove it up her as hard as I could. And you know me, I get my SPMs up, so you know, it's a fun night nonetheless, even though she was a little busted. Have you ever beat off at work while you're there late at night with nobody around? Yates, due to HIPAA violations, I cannot disclose what I do or do not do here at work. So you're just going to have to think long and hard about the answer to this question, and maybe you will come to a conclusion on your own. See what I did there? Alright, for the rest of your life, you can only have one of the following: 200 extra a week, or being able to transport to wherever Mitch Rafferty is, go invisible and rip apart. This is, without a doubt, no question, I would love to go each day indivisible, one nation under God, invisible, and fart wherever Mitch Rafferty was. Just the fact, if he didn't know it was me, you know, and just to see his reaction every single time would be amazing. And especially if he's getting laid at the time, just ripping one just right there in his face, having it waft up to her and just see both their reactions. Such great joy would come from that, more than any $200 could ever do. I wish it was possible. Gosh, now you got me excited. I almost have a chubby just thinking about doing it. If Jurassic Park was real, would you visit? I think I would. You know, I used to be a big dinosaur fan. I'd be a little nervous of the man-eating ones, the carnivorous ones, but the herbivorous ones, if that's a word, look pretty cool. The long necks, if you will, from the old Disney movie. Littlefoot, whatnot. I think it'd be interesting. You know, like I said, touch scary, but most thrill parks and stuff are, so I'd give it a shot. Seemed like a good time, as long as I didn't get eat. If I did, oh well, make a movie about me. Alright, top 5 favorite rappers in order. These top 2 are very tough for me. They're almost identical in likeness from me, but I'm going to have to go 1, Lil Wayne, 2 is Eminem. By far, to me, greatest ones of all time. I wasn't in the age of Biggie and Tupac and Nas and all that. I really didn't listen to them. I listened to Biggie more than either of the other two, but I just didn't feel comfortable ranking people that I wasn't around to hear, you know, as they were coming through. 3's not, I don't think he's really a rapper. I just enjoy all his music pretty much, and that's Akon. 4 is Drake, and 5, with his latest album, is going to be Kendrick Lamar. His last album was hot fire. You know, surprisingly, Dylon did not make the list. He was honorable mention, but I figured they wanted some diversity. That Radford wanted diversity in this ranking, so I could not rank Dylon as he would have taken up all 5 spots. Please rank the following in order based on the amount of pleasure/relief when highly anticipated: fart, burp, shit, piss, vomit, sneeze, ejaculate. These top 3 were extremely tough, but no, you guys know me with my weak ass bladder. I'm going piss. It's nothing more than to drain your bladder after holding it for hours. So we're going piss. Number 2 is going to be shit. 3, fart. 4, sneeze. 5, ejaculate. 6, burp. 7, vomit. Hate vomiting. It's just terrible. I hate it. Sometimes it's necessary, though. Alright, Mark Burris. Which 6 people in the league would I take with me in a zombie apocalypse? And which 3 would make the scariest zombies? Alright, 6 zombie survivors I'm bringing with me. Number 1's going to be Burris. I feel like he knows his stuff about zombies, and he's going to be able to kill the most. 2 is Johnson. We're going to need tech support. You know, there's probably going to be no cell phone reception and all that good stuff, so we're going to need somebody to whip up some cup phones, and that's Johnson. 3's Terminator. Feel like he's right up there with Burris. He's going to slay some zombies, no problem. Pellet guns, it doesn't matter. He's got them. 4, I'm giving Dirty, just because if we do run out of ammunition, his bow skills are pretty good. Could come in handy. 5, and this one reason only, it's going to be Radford. And that's because after about 14, 15 natties, he starts to blend right in with the zombies. So I'm thinking, we get him intoxicated, get him walking around, other zombies think he's a zombie, and they leave us alone. So, Radford, due to your zombie likeness, when you're drunk, you make this cut. 6, I know you're going to be pleased with this one, is Freeman. I had to think long and hard about this. Zombie apocalypse, there's not much food around. Freeman's probably going to eat the most out of all of us. But I was taking into consideration that he's the biggest one out of all of us. Zombies are pretty slow. He could probably just bulldoze right over a bunch of them. Kind of have a lead blocker, if you will. So that's why Freeman made the list at number 6. 3 scariest is going to be, number 1 is going to be Rickman. Red-headed zombie. It would remind me of the new movie It, the red hair, a clown. I mean, there's nothing scarier than a soulless zombie. So Rickman's definitely going to be scariest, I think. Plus, he's like 7 foot tall, so a 7 foot tall redheaded zombie. It doesn't get no worse. Kids dream about it. They have nightmares about it shit. Number 2 is going to be easy. Another just, he's got dragon feet as it is. Once he gets zombie-like, I can't imagine what they're going to look like. Not to mention he's about 6 foot tall too. So the bigger the guys, they're just going to be creepy zombies. 3 is lastly Yates, just because I've never seen a zombie who raped little boys. So I think that would be pretty scary. His would not be eating brains. It would be finding little boys and plugging holes. Alright. Zombie impression. 4 seconds. Let's see what I got here. I'm winging this. Brains. It's going to be fun to watch back. So there you go, Burris. Alright, conspiracy theories. Loch Ness Monster, UFOs, and Bigfoot or Big Feet. Honestly, I believe in every single one of them. I'm a big conspiracy theory guy. The videos of some of these things are crazy. I watched many of, extraterrestrial documentaries along with the ones on Bigfoot. I absolutely think every one of them are real. There's just, there's so much of this world I think is undiscovered as far as like forests and stuff for the big feet. And then of course, you have your UFOs, who knows, space is huge out there. And then as far as the Loch Ness Monster, there's so much ocean that hadn't even been touched on. I think it's something like 60%. It might even be more of the ocean that we've never even seen ever, even through robots or anything. So I definitely believe in all of them, and I think, if we ever see one, it would be awesome. But I'm one of those people that's got to see it to believe it. Although I do have a video on my phone that I'm pretty sure was a UFO one night. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but it was a strange light in the sky. I've never seen it since. There's no radio towers because it's right down the road from my house. No nothing. It wasn't a plane, but anyway. It sucks looking at it. It just looks like a bright light on my phone, but I'm telling you, shit was a UFO that was coming for us. Alright. Power rankings. Alright, these are going to look a little different than you would think, probably. But I ranked them for a reason, just because week 1 was so fluky. I mean, so many defenses scored high. You had a couple players score abnormally high, and I just don't think that's going to happen every week. I think you're going to see it come back down to the norm. So 1, I'm going Keenan and Kelsey. As long as he's got Ezekiel Elliott, I think he's got the best team. 2's Gordon's Lynch Mob. Great all-around teams. I was a little skeptical on Diggs, but he proved to step up pretty big the other night, so that's why he's there. 3, Cooking with Grease. 116 points from your team is no fluke. I do think Gillislee's point total was a little high, but he's a candidate for a touchdown every week in the Patriots offense. 4, What Goes Up Must Come Brown. Again, like I said, we had the bye week issues, which is why I think we'll be just fine. 5 is Team Relax. Not a bad team. Good point total last week. You're getting Jay Ajayi back, so there you go. 6, Le'Veon on a Prayer. You had a shitty week last week, but I think Buck Allen will be a touch better than Jamal Charles, and Le'Veon Bell won't shit the bed again, I don't think. 7's Mediocre. You didn't move any from my last rankings. The Jaguars scoring 28 points is just fathomable, whatever. Last year, the highest point total was 12. So if you take that difference, give them the highest point total from last year, in your week 1, you finish with 97.8 points. So that is the reason you're still 7. 8 is Tyreek Alik. A couple injuries just knocked you down, way down the rankings. They were big blows. 9th is 7th Floor Crew. Just Riddick at number 2 is what's killing you in my rankings. 10, Breaker of Gains. Again, I don't see, you just lost David Johnson. I don't see Kareem Hunt scoring 40-some points. You give him a respectable 25 instead. And I mean, that's really respectable. It takes your point total down to 98.7 for week 1. So that is why you're there. Another thing, Team Relax, I think your point total was a little high as well. 28 from the Rams defense. The highest point total they had last year was 17. So the difference in those, and you come out to 96.7 in week 1. Ranked 11 is going to be Cobb Fefe 45s. And last but not least is Craig Rickman. Running back situation still a bit bad, so you're going to stay at last. So that is all the questions. We're going to get on to the skit part following my ending here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Week 2, we got Craig Rickman. Hopefully we get the win. If we lose this week, we're going to have to look to the drawing board and pursue some trades or something. 0-2 is a bad hole. Let's hopefully we get to 1-1. I think we will. Anyway, good luck to the rest of the league. Hope everybody sucks except us. Unless I need your quarterback to play good so my guys can play better. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy the skit coming up. Coach Matthews out. It's for you, Radford.
Down, down, do your dance, do the Cupid dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. We got a brand new dance. Down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance. We got a brand new dance. Down, do your dance. Oh, down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, they say I'm a rapper and I say no. Say what you doing, trying to do somebody go. I just let the music come from my soul, so all of my people can stay on the floor. They got
Oh shit. Appreciate you doing that with me and not making me look like a complete jackass up there by myself. My name's Ryan. Tiffany, nice to meet you. You here on vacation or you from here? Okay, Greenville. You go to ECU? No way, I went to Pitt. Went for x-ray school. What are you going to ECU for? Nursing program? I got a good buddy that works there. He's like COO or something. He kind of looks like Chris Farley. But he's a cool dude, so if you ever need me to put in a good word for you or anything, just let me know. How long are you down for? 2 more days? Well, that's not enough time for me to take you out to dinner. It's like, write your number down and I'll text you sometime. Alright, cool. I'll see you around.
let's get ready to rumble. Bust that pussy open. And I tell her bring it back. Bust that pussy open.
That's all, folks.